Hey Vern, raining 3 days in a row. I'm coming in. Got something to tell you. Hey, I was living on DeBar Road in Anchorage, Alaska, and after I got that letter from Allison Air Force Base, it inspired me to do another business plan. And of course, back then there weren't technology. And so I did the business plan the old-fashioned way, burning the old midnight oil, putting them numbers together with my old nugget. So I did. Ron Anderson was the realtor, and he helped me with the business plan the first time, the funding the first time, so he was helping me get it on my feet and told me I was going to do the plan again. Put it together, and he was all for it. So I moved to Golden Nugget RV Park in DeBar Road. I met James Szoyka. He got interested in my business plan. He has a friend of his named Donald Smith. He wants me to develop his property, and he'll get the business plan funded. Well, they didn't tell me, but they got the business plan funded. They never told me. In fact, I was never told. I found out about this in 2006 by accident because I was looking for funding again. And then I went up to this property and I developed it. But he wanted an RV park in his property. Here's a little map he drove. He wanted an RV park. I put that road in. It was a swamp. And then now when I got done, you could drive on it without sinking. But he didn't pay me. And then during the conversation, I asked about fuel, consumption, all this. He said, pay me for this. How's the business plan doing? Nothing. But he was aggressive. In fact, he put his hands around my throat and persisted to strangle me. So all I could do was kick and kick until I let go. But I didn't know at the time that Mr. Smith was already charged and convicted of misconduct involving the weapon in the 4th degree. He thought I wouldn't know about his background. See, he already had a loaded gun on someone's face to threaten their life. He didn't have a gun, so he used his hands with me. There's Trooper Holmes was called. I got there. Trooper Holmes went out. I told him what happened. He didn't do anything. But troopers in Alaska, they can be a judge and a jury and decide what not to do, what to do. He decided not to do anything. Plus, he was close to his retirement, so he didn't need additional paperwork. So Mr. Smith went to Anchorage and told lies to the VA, and then went out to Palmer Court, told lies in court. But the reason I know they lied is not only because I have evidence, because I have cassette tapes. My attorney says, don't file an appeal. Well, I'm glad I did. I wouldn't have these tapes. I got them before they redacted them, because ones you listen to now, you can't hear anything worth diddly. But these tapes tell you a lot more information. To include, it says on this they lied so much. They told the business plan was break even at best, and even though they signed a contract for Canton Financial for $20 million, Mr. Donald Smith said he was a doctor, portrayed himself to be a doctor, and there is a doctor in Alaska. Donald P. Smith is a doctor. Donald R. Smith, the man who has conviction of misconduct with weapon in the 4th degree. Donald R. Smith was never a doctor in any state, but Donald Smith's dad was a doctor in Minnesota State Prison. So, since he had no clue, they didn't tell me about this funding, they lied in court, they made themselves about $5,000. They made pretty good. All them lies was good. But when I got this contract from Canton Financial, I filed a new case in court, even though I'm mentally disabled, to get an overturned judgment. I didn't know at the time that mentally disabled people in Alaska are not allowed a fair trial. Why? Because there is no legal counsel for the mentally disabled for civil or criminal cases. Jim Gottstein is the only mentally disabled attorney in Alaska for mental disabled cases, and he does not take civil or criminal cases. Therefore, the mentally disabled can be abused in a state of Alaska court system. It gets bad. It's even worse. Tomorrow I'm going to tell you a few more things, but right now, since that conviction, the state of Alaska asked the Veterans Administration to pay me for a mental disability. The state of Alaska, the Veterans Administration denied not to. After this right here, after that diagnosis, after that conviction, the state of Alaska, the VA decided for 10 years to abuse me and treat me as the person that Donald Smith says I was in court. Donald Smith stated in court that I'm a doctor, I portrayed myself as a doctor. He said he tried to kill me, he might try to kill other doctors. So they took that statement to be true and treated me to be the person that Donald Smith is. I have never been charged for assault or anything like that all my life until Mr. Smith falsely portrayed me to be the person that he is. I'm not. Anyway, I got more to tell you, but that won't be till tomorrow. Catch you later.